Have you ever gone to a hospital and gotten something done and then moved to another hospital, or you've just moved cities and then you realize that none of your data follows you, and then you're just like the doctor asks you the same questions again and again for the 50th time? Now, again, this is not it's a very common scenario, and most of you might have faced this for you or your loved ones sometime or another. And the reason this exists today is because of lack of interoperability. Now, what happens is that one hospital stores information in whatever way they want. They have no way to really like send this out. They have no way to for others to access this information. And you go to another hospital. That hospital again have their own data system and their data silo. And basically, you have to give all of the information again. Now, healthcare interoperability in general tries to solve this, right? So HL7, which is an organization meant to solve healthcare interoperability, comes out with standards that are meant for solving this exact problem. Now, FHIR is the latest of these standards. Now, FHIR or FHIR stands for Fast Healthcare Interoperability Resources, and it is the latest iteration of what HL7 has. To learn more about FHIR, we just released an entire course on FHIR, and it's completely free. You can just go to our website, and then I'll also put a link down below. You can enroll in this course for free today. Now, again, this is not the first standard that HL7 has come out with, and I'll leave a video and an article down below which explores how FHIR is different from the other iterations of the standard. So there has been V2, there has been V3. Now, FHIR is like something completely different. It's not, a lot of people think FHIR is the version 4 after V3 of HL7, but it's not really true. It's a completely different way of thinking about healthcare interoperability. The creator of FHIR, Graham Grieve, he took a lot of inspiration from the Basecamp high-rise APIs. So Basecamp, again, it's still around. It's a big company. It's created by the same creators of Ruby on Rails, and they came out with a CRM, a customer relationship manager. It's a SaaS CRM platform. It's on the cloud, and you have a way in which you can interact with the CRM using their APIs. Okay, so you can make changes to everything in the CRM by just calling this API, this application programming interface. And at that time, that was revolutionary, right? And they represented all the entities in the CRM, for example, a customer, a user, a deal, whatever a CRM might have. They had a way of representing all of these as simple standalone resources on a server, and then you could just get, or you could just like change these resources using these APIs. Now, FHIR heavily, again, Graham Grieve was heavily inspired by this, and then asked the question, what if we can represent healthcare data as simple resources? What if we can just take a patient and model them as a resource? What if we can take a blood pressure reading and model that as a resource? What if we take a practitioner, model that as a resource? So FHIR is actually born out of this transition of healthcare interoperability standards from rigid, old style, like we will invent our own messaging protocol because like why not, to okay, everybody else in the industry are doing it this way. Why don't we also try to follow what the industry is doing? Why don't we adopt, REST APIs? Why don't we adopt JSON? Why don't we adopt what is working for the rest of the for the rest of the IT industry? And that basically is FHIR. So if you look at the acronym FAST, again, you can get started with it really fast. Healthcare Interoperability Resources. You represent everything as resources. Now that is basically what FHIR is all about. But again, I'll leave a lot more resources down below so you can explore to your heart's content. The history is quite interesting, so I do urge that you check that out.